members of the Foundation Board, Doctors Bob and Judith Wright, Chancellor Zwell, proud friends and parents, fellow students, and above all, graduates, good morning. First of all, thank you. Thank you for this opportunity to speak. Thanks to all of you for giving us part of your day. And thanks as well to everyone here for giving us part of your life. You are here because you matter to us. I have the unusual pleasure this morning of being on both sides of the podium at once, if you will. I get to give advice in my role as an alleged person of wisdom, a commencement speaker. And I get to receive advice in my role as a graduate. So everything I say to you, I also have to say to myself. Now, if balancing these multiple realities sounds confusing, do not worry. We have had a section on Freud, and I am up to speed on projections, transferences, inner child, all the rest of it. So I'm ready. Years of being a writer have taught me to get straight to the point. So here is my advice, graduates. The best years of your lives are before you. That's it. The best years of your lives are before you. Now, this is the part where I also get to say this to me. The best years of my life are before me. That's not a fact. That's a decision. Unlike some of you good and ambitious students, I didn't particularly give a flying donut hole about earning an advanced degree when I started at the Wright Graduate Institute. I already had a master's degree, and I really didn't see the point of getting another one. But here's what I did aspire to: a toehold, some place to stand. Because not long ago, biologically, economically, and domestically, I was in the perfect storm. Our nest was empty, my career had dried up in the great downturn, and I was outgrowing my community roles. We had even given our dog away, and the dog thought that was an improvement. So there's data for you. I remember the moment when it hit me how much of a sea change was underway. I was standing on Michigan Avenue. It was my 54th birthday, and it was a beautiful summer's day. And one minute I'm like, it's my birthday, I'm feeling pretty good. And the next minute I'm like, it's my birthday. I'm 54 years old, and I have no idea what I'm doing. Everything I've been, I'm not anymore. What was happening at that moment was the start of an existential crisis, and the real bummer of it is that I wasn't in grad school yet, so I didn't even know that I was having an existential crisis. But I don't think you have to be 54 to have that feeling of who am I, what am I doing, and why am I doing it? The thing was, I had driven off the edge of my own life map because it only went so far. All my external cues that told me my place in the world were gone, and I had to come up with new internal cues to take their place. And that's when I decided to start the Graduate Institute. So there's an upside to running out of rope, if you will. I had no place left to hide from me. I had no more distractions, no more work emergencies, carpools, train schedules, meal schedules, school schedules, no more comings and goings dictated by the dog's digestion. There was nothing anymore standing between me and the questions, do I respect the person that I've become? Am I okay with the choices that I've made? Because if I don't, and if I'm not, what am I going to do about it? Those questions were what got me into school. And once I signed up, answers started coming quickly. I remember sitting in an airport during the first weeks of my first quarter, reading Alfred Adler. And I got this weird feeling that this chubby little Austrian man had somehow been in my house because he understood my life so well. The insights kept coming. I began to see my childhood in a new way as I studied attachment theory. I got compassion for myself as I learned about passive aggression and the narcissistic wound under it. I dove into group dynamics, belonging, feminine leadership, action research, family systems, and even empty nesting. And in a nutshell, I've had the privilege of studying what makes humanity tick because I got to study what makes me tick. Humanistic psychology, developmental psychology, Adlerian psychology, neuroscience, educational theory. We have gotten to play in every playground. And you know you are really on the magic school bus when you can spend 2.5 hours in class discussing My Fair Lady and touch on early childhood development, the drama triangle, homoeroticism, soft addictions, Marxism, and we still aren't done. The results of all these studies have been profound, not just for me, but for all of our graduates. You know these people. Have they not changed? Aren't they clearer, braver, both more tender and more tough at the same time? They're leaders. When a caterpillar is in the process of becoming a butterfly, supposedly it goes through this stage of just being an undifferentiated mass inside the pupa. It's just this blob of potential. Now, what the caterpillar has going for it is that it's going to become a butterfly no matter what. It's programmed. Here's what you and I have going for us. We are not programmed. We get to decide what we're going to become, or if we're just going to stay an undifferentiated slime with a lot of potential. The existentialists have a name for this choosing process. They call it the life project. The life project means you get to create yourself. And not just at age 54, but all the time, through every decision. You're creating yourself in each moment, whether you want to or not. In fact, you're doing it right now. The thing was, I'd always been in my life project, but I didn't wake up to it until my other jobs were done. Graduate school gave me a place to see it, and for that I am deeply grateful. Out of this work, I became a life coach at Wright, and now it is my privilege to talk to others about their life project, about the person that they want to become every day. The question isn't if you have a life project, because everyone does. The question is, will you take it on? Will you own how everything turns out for you? And that's why I can say that the best years of my life are before me, not because I can control the future, but because I want to make that so. In the middle of my sea change, I ran across a quote by the writer Louis L'Amour that touched my heart. So graduates, let me leave you with this thought as you finish school and head out into the best years of your life. There will come a time when you believe everything is finished, yet that will be the beginning. Thank you very much.